Hello, everyone. Nikki Haley wants to become president of the United States of America, and she has already announced that she is going to run for the 2024 presidential election, and she will join very clearly now that she will join the Republican race for president. Look, basically, everyone in America, every politician is entitled and has a right to run for the presidential election, whether a man or a woman. And women, we call always for the empowerment of women everywhere across the world, not only in America. But in America, the empowerment of women is one of the main character, characteric, characteristics of America. They always call for equal pay in the workplace, etc., etc. I also believe that women have so much potential. I am not by any means a misogynist. I think any woman has a right to uh, take a government position, even to become president of the US or any other country around the world. I am very open to that. You remember, Hillary Clinton was very close from becoming the first female president of the US. Now, Nikki Haley, she wants to become the first female president of the United States of America. I don't know who is gonna fund her bid for the presidential election. Who is gonna do this? Because this is very expensive and you have to spend money lavishly in order for you to compete on a high level in the Republican race, because there are so many other potential candidates, not only Trump and Nikki Haley, and DeSantis. So, anyway, now Nikki Haley, obviously, she has ambitions. She is very ambitious. She gave a speech a few days ago and she looked energetic and very optimistic. And she is entitled to be optimistic and very happy about this announcement. Um, will she win or not? Will she win the Republican race? 100% in my opinion, based on my experience in American elections and American domestic policy as well as foreign policy, 100% she will have no chance whatsoever to win, uh, despite the fact that Hillary Clinton, she was very close, but she was a really special case and she had a great history and a great career as the Secretary of State of the US Secretary of State. She had a long career and she was the first lady before. She was the wife of former President Bill Clinton, who ran the US as president for 8 years. You know, two terms. She had great history, Hillary Clinton. What kind of history does Nikki Haley have? whether in foreign policy or domestic policy. I think almost it's I don't have anything to say about Nikki Haley. She was, I guess, she was working in the, she was the U.S. representative in the United Nations or something of this nature, something like this. But I think this is not enough. Maybe Nikki Haley, she has some experience in foreign policy because she worked in the United Nations and she worked for the Trump administration and she used to praise Trump and she loved Trump and she said he is a great man, he is a great leader and he is going to do great things for America. And suddenly she is now running against him, against the very man that she supported before. This is politics. People have no principles. Everyone is looking for his own agenda, his own interests. Everyone wants to become the best. It's all become about ego now. Everyone wants to create a great achievement for himself in order for people to point out at him and say this is a great man or this is a great woman. Paying no attention to the interests of the country itself. This is my opinion. You can agree, you can disagree with me, but I have to express my opinion. Listen, regardless of party, I really believe that Nikki Haley, she is gonna waste her time. As a matter of fact, maybe she has nothing to do or she has a lot of spare time, free time, and she decided to really occupy this time with running for the presidential election, running for office. Regardless of all of this, there's something that I'm very worried about. She is gonna compete against Donald Trump, who is famous for name calling, especially against women. He likes to degrade women, put women down, and to call women names. I think this is one of the most disgraceful things that Trump has ever done in his career as a candidate or even as a Republican presidential nominee. It's a vicious thing, really. It is. It really is. So Nikki Haley now, she will be a target for Donald Trump. He is gonna call you potentially very bad names unless he changes his demeanor and he becomes more tacit or more respectful, debating and competing against women. Some people, he accused him of being a misogynist. That could be so. Really. Misogyny is hatred and demeaning women, putting women down, thinking that a woman is naturally or by nature less qualified than men. Something that I completely disagree with. Now, by the way, I'm very happy, despite all of this, to see a female candidate and a woman who is very ambitious, and she will run against someone who is going really to attack her personally, and she is not afraid. She is strong, and she wanna stand against misogyny and hatred of women, and maybe she is gonna be the only female candidate in the Republican race. Having said that, Nikki Haley, in my opinion, in my estimation, she will not pose any kind of threat to Donald Trump. I hope at the same time that she can really do a great job representing women in this race. By the way, I'm not saying this because she's a woman. I told you, Hillary Clinton, she was a fabulous woman. You have a sitting female vice president now, Kamala Harris, and apparently she is doing a great job as vice president. But I don't think at the same time that she has enough experience, and I don't think she has enough political she's savvy or savviness or something like this, intelligence or not intelligence, ability to handle really tough issues, whether domestically or abroad. I think she still has a lot of time in order to have that experience in foreign policy and domestic policy. And we see someone like Donald Trump, he was a former president. I don't think she is gonna beat him, irrespective of other candidates, but Donald Trump in particular. Nikki Haley is not the one who is going to pose a threat to Donald Trump. In conclusion, I wish Nikki Haley a great journey in her bid for the Republican nomination. Anything could happen. This is a race. Maybe she will convince Republicans to vote for her. Who knows? Actually, I think it's so easy in America to manipulate people's minds, especially in the Republican Party. So anything is open, and anything could happen. So Nikki Haley, maybe. Trump himself, he managed to manipulate people's minds, fear-mongering and propaganda, and at the end he managed to become the president. Nobody nominated him. Nobody expected that Trump will even become the Republican front runner in 2016. Finally, he won the presidency against Hillary Clinton. Thank you, and see you in the next video.